Hello lovely people and welcome back to my channel. So it's the first Tuesday of the month, so that means it's time for a top 5 Tuesday. And today I wanted to make it about books. So I'm gonna talk you through books I'll probably never read. This list might be a bit controversial because most of the books I'll mention are books probably everyone has read or wants to read. But well, I'm a bit different. So the first book I'll probably never read is Lord of the Rings. It's just not for me. Like, first of all, it's super big. Doesn't look that big, but it's really heavy. It's a lot. It never really attracted me, like the whole story, the Hobbit thing. Like, I kinda know what it is, but that doesn't make me want to read it and watch the films and all that. While probably everyone watching this video right now has read Lord of the Rings or at least has seen the movies. But yeah, not for me. Sorry. Something else I'll probably never read. Harry Potter. Yeah, I know. I should be burned at a stake or something. I'm not good in my mind. I'm weird. There's something wrong with me. I know, it's Harry Potter. Why wouldn't I want to read that? Well, just because I don't. Same with the Lord of the Rings. The story just doesn't attract me. It's not really my thing, the whole wizardy world. I've seen all the movies though. I've kind of been forced by friends to watch them all. So I've seen them all, and that's okay. I kinda like them, but it's not like I'm completely obsessed now. I know I grew up in like the Harry Potter era, but well, I never like got the Harry Potter fever. So I never read any of the books. I never watched the movies until like 3 or 4 years ago. And although I do have a Harry Potter book, and I also have Lord of the Rings, because they are my boyfriend's, he doesn't have them all though. He has like one English version, one Dutch version, and one of the books in German. Don't ask me why. But yeah, I'll probably never read Harry Potter. And well, to make it a little worse, on number 3, Game of Thrones. Something I'll never read either. Well, not until I've read all the other books in the world I want to read. So yeah, never. Again, we have all the books, because my boyfriend had them, he's read them all. But, well, it's not my thing. Probably never watched the series either. Yeah, I could say exactly the same as I said for The Lord of the Rings and Harry Potter. I'm not gonna do that. I'll just probably never read it. As a result of my boyfriend and I moving in together, there's now a lot of fantasy and sci-fi books in my bookcase. Well, our bookcase, sorry. So there's a lot of Robin Hobb, Neil Gaiman, Terry Pratchett, all that. And it's just another shitload of books I'll probably never read. I have read one Neil Gaiman book. No, 2 actually. Wow. I read Neverwhere and I read Norse mythology. But well, Norse mythology is like a special genre to me. But yeah, other than that, I've never really liked fantasy books. I've read a few, as I said, I read 2 Neil Gaiman books, and I also read The 10th Kingdom, which is also fantasy. And I read a Robin Hobb. Whoa, I've read some fantasy. Wow. I liked the books, but wasn't like, how do you say this? I wasn't sucked into the story, so to say. With other genres, I just can't put the book down, I want to finish it, and I love it so much, I just want to reread it like the minute I put it down. Fantasy just doesn't do that for me. And the same with sci-fi. I'm not sure if I ever read a sci-fi book, but just reading the back of sci-fi books. Yeah. I have a lot of classics. I have like a shitload of WordPress classics and also some Penguin classics. There are a lot. But there are just some classics that are probably there just for show. For example, a lot of Charles Dickens' books. I have about 10 of his books, so quite a collection. I read 2. And those were the really, really tiny ones. So A Christmas Carol and a shortened version of A Tale of Two Cities. But most of the books by Charles Dickens are really big. And they're really slow and kind of boring. So I'll probably never read them. Still have them though. And the same counts for a lot of Russian authors we have. A lot of Tolstoy, Dostoevsky we have as well. They look pretty on your shelves. But will I ever read them? I'm not sure. Some classics are just for show on my shelves, you know. They're really difficult to read, or they're either really slow, or just not that interesting, or the language is kinda archaic. Well, that's what they're classics for, but yeah. Hope you're still watching and not hating me because I don't want to read Harry Potter and Lord of the Rings and Game of Thrones and fantasy books. And maybe also you hate me for not wanting to read all the classics. Whatever. I hope you enjoyed this video nonetheless and got a little view into my reading habits and my reading preferences. If you did, give it a thumbs up, subscribe down below if you haven't already, and then I'll see you in the next one, next Friday. Bye!